Hey people, I got a good one here. I found this in Chronicles where it talks about these bees, talks about fortified wines, talks about alchemy, it talks about the healer, talks about how they use the iPad at the end times to everybody's looking the wrong direction. And it calls it the iPad. So this is 2 Chronicles 14, and every biblical name has a meaning that's being left out. But Asia is the Hebrew word, and it means a healer or a doctor. Asia, Hebrew origin, doctor, healer, name of the third king of Judah who reigned for 40 years. And this Abijah, that's just crazy. Nothing starts with A. Everything that starts with A reads backwards. And everything comes after this tack reads backwards and forwards. And so this is who's shaking, who's shake of, who's shaking, who's shacking. W-Y, vibe is ancient English for how or who. Who's shaking hive, H-I-V-A or E-I-V-A. H-I-V-E, hive. Who's shaking hive as wit in of two. Wick brew, to raise a brew, to wick a brew. Wet two in air. In air. This is A-I-R-O-I-R, as in air, as in you're going to air everything to your sun, in air. Wet two in air. Divide. Who milk Asia, the healer, in new that too, in Jimmy too, in day too, to squat. Squat is where your word squaw, Indian squaw, comes from. In the water, the aqua. You'll see similar words for water throughout. It means to squat down and take a break. Is this? They'll come here a couple more times. To squat the arts as reason, as R-S-N-I-S, as reasons. The arts is alchemy, is brewing. Making medicine is the arts. Vias, to see. Who as? Who's going to see this get done? Who as Asia, the healer, hath of, to they surveying. It's like surveying, and this dot probably doesn't go in here, but in seeing, surveying, to surveying, to looking over. You to Yella, his God is to Yella, and so Yella is the sun, but Yella is also honey. Who sort to, for he remove, you're sorting through. Who sort to touch bees from cut about the neck first. You cut about the neck first to pull the head of the hive off. We bomb what who's sober. We bomb what who's sober. First you smoke bomb them. We bomb what who's sober too. You want to get them all the bees drunk so they don't swarm you. And then backwards and forwards after this. To vex 'em. To VXM. To vex 'em. The mix of what? To vex 'em. Vex. To get them frustrated, feel annoyed, worried, especially with trivial matters. So they don't see you coming in there stealing all their honey. To vex 'em. The mix in what? The mix of what? Who God see to Myers ash, backwards and forwards, M-I-R-S-A-E is ash. That's the ancient Celtic god Ash, the ash tree. Who good see to make the bomb, to vex them. The mix in what? What you're making the bomb out of, the mix in what? Who God see to Myers ash. They like to use the ash tree because it was holy and it's got properties to it. to the ash as rise. The ashes rise while they're smoking them. And yammer and said, of you would lead the rush. When it comes time, you would lead the rush over there to grab up the honey. Lead the rush to have you Yella. Yela. The god of Yella. Me it of. The me it of power in what ties. The me of it power in what ties. Mia and meat is the ancient word for honey. It's the world's oldest word for honey. It's old Chinese me. It came as meat. And European met. And it came to the English as mead. To have you the yellow meat of power in what ties. The honey and the power in what ties. Will as what the Torah. And they say the Torah is the law, but you have to question everything they say. But it to where to them zoo. Anything with an XU they say means command. And, zoo was the Greek word for Eve because she was the mother of all life. Will as what it wear to them zoo. Wiser from clear or visor, wiser, the wiser one is going to be your visor. From clear, from claro, from clearery, from clear ori is a word meaning the place to do this. A factory or dormitory is the place of the dorm. He's the place of the ori. So from clearery means, the place where they're going to clear it. You would to tomb be in moot. The tomb be in moot be quiet. What my name he common is. What my name he common is. And so it's a play on words here. The tomb is spelled T-O-M-B or T-U-M-B. They change up the U and the O, but the B is silent. What the tomb be in moot. Usually say moot is dead, but it means quiet, silent. So in the tomb, the B in moot, in silent. What my name he common is. What's my name is in common with what's moot in the tomb. My name is the bee. Tells us right here that they had the same word for the bee. What squat? The milk of place to. What squat? What pees out? The milk of place to. And this is the same word we use for a fortified wine today. Fortified. Huvenery. Vinery is a place you make wine. The mix, MX, the mix ware, W-R-E. Huvenery of the mixware. And so a fortified wine is a vino, is a vinery that's mixed. Fortified wine is a wine which has a distilled spirit added to it. It's mixed. The vinery mixware by who would catch K-I backwards E-T-H to catch of squat, to take a rest, to cup a squat, to catch a squat, catch of squat. You see, this is the same word that they said was quiet up here, S-Q-T-E. And they get another meaning in here too, same word. but it's to give, etch, to collect, tet means to collect, to catch, to give works, to give the hand of the collect, to catch of squat. The arts, vain, vain, wane, and to mamu. From alchemy, from L-C-H-M-E, alchemy, in shines, the final M is a S, S-H-N-I-S, in shines, moon shines, from alchemy. And so, amu, to mamu, M-O-M-U, translates to the main body, the bulk, the life-giving force, the power that's inside of it. After you distill it out, and get the main body, the bulk of it. And people think that, alchemy is turning lead into gold, and that's farthest from the truth. There ain't no truth in that. That's a lie. Alchemy is, from L come E. From the bind come life. From 13 come 5. And so 5 from 13 leaves you 8. And so 8 is the number of Mercury, the god of alchemy. But it means, it means from a bind, to divide from life, to get what you want out of that. From alchemy. In shines. The hail is where you come from, where it comes from. The hail, kitchen. To hail from the kitchen, the niche, your specialty in the kitchen. To come from the kitchen, the niche, your specialty in the kitchen is from alchemy in shines. To come from the kitchen, the niche, you Lu. Lu means it, he, she, or it, whatever you are talking about. So to the vinery, the mixware, and you would catch a squat. And so this is an alchemical brewing term that you're distilling it up and catching the dew. The arts, the earths, E-A-R-T-Z, the arts of creating medicines, of distilling liquors. The vein, you're concentrating, when the moon's veining, it's smaller, wane, to mamu, to the main power in it, to the bulk power inside. From alchemy in shines, to come from the kitchen of the niche you Lu, the niche you bind to, your specialty of making from alchemy shines. Been waiting on material for 3.5 months now. I gotta go fix my friend's roof, and it might take me a couple of weeks. I don't know exactly when, but y'all might have to remind me if I miss this. I damn sure want to finish this one. It's not much longer. This is the first 6 lines of 14 lines, almost halfway through. But this is all about Asia, the medicine man. And, I was kind of worried about when I started doing this. I never could find in the Bible where it says, to don't tell the people. I haven't found it in here yet. Nobody showed me where it was. I did find it in this other book, but it's not about, it's talking about another book. I'm going to have to buy this, and this is a good book here, The Rise of Alchemy. I'm getting a lot of good stuff out of it. But it was talking about another alchemy book that the kings and the Pope, they had to hide because there was too much information in there, and somebody could really damage the whole world with that knowledge. But, I'd rather have people to know the truth and let it be their decision what they want to do with the knowledge. But I'm going to cut this off here. Have a good day.